my brother and my dad. We're a very close-knit family. We did everything together. Mom attended all my games. I started playing basketball at 9 years old, and I actually started playing with TJ.
Chavaughn always liked challenges. He was a kid who would go up to the bigger guy. And so he would want to, like, his brother would allow him to do it, but at the same time, he would have to prove himself that he's able to do it. So his brother was really like, you know, would allow him to play with his friends. And Chavaughn would really play to meet up to their expectation or to meet up to their level.
And my dad passed away when I was in high school, sophomore in high school. I was 16 years old. That was a big blow to the family because of how close we were.
Yeah, Chavaughn is always a focused child. And the only thing I can possibly think of that would have, like, affected Chavaughn was the death of his father, which was sudden, and it was hard. And he always promised his dad on his dying bed that he's gonna be the person he wants him to be. He used that difficult moment and that, you know, difficult time in his life, he redirected it into being positive, and it came out to be like a motivator for him, so he was more motivated and redirected into just keep working hard.
My relationship with my mother is kind of unique because of the fact that yes, it developed from a personal level, but it developed in my eyes from the sense of appreciation, from seeing how determined she was, seeing how dedicated she was until this day, never seeing my mom complain of anything in her life. It kind of stands out to me and makes me appreciate things so much more and how supportive she is. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. Wow, I know. But no, she's really supportive, and no matter what, she's always there for her children, and she tries her best to provide, and she never complains. She's always pushing, she's always doing more, and parenting is a lot. I mean, children, we reflect off of what we know, and all I know is good character. I mean, I'm surrounded by it, and my dad, he stood for no nonsense. My mom, she was just a high character lady. And not even just to her family, she put strangers ahead of herself. And being a nurse at a cancer hospital and specializing in wound care, that's a tough field to be a part of. So, I mean, she puts everything before herself, and so does my family, and that's one thing that they instilled in me, that I can't achieve anything, especially in a team sport, by yourself. So making sure that the team is first, you would end up getting what you deserve at the end. Then I had my son junior year of college, and that was another driving factor in my life.
Well, I think a lot of people don't, he's a father. So I think Chavaughn has a lot of toughness as a person, and you know, the sacrifice you have to make as a parent, right? He's a parent. The plate that he's dealing with is very full, right? The responsibilities as a dad, the responsibilities as a captain, the responsibility as being the leading scorer on a team, and I think at times feeling the burden to carry that team. All those things that he's dealing with, I think he's dealt with in a very good way.
Basketball is like my remedy, is like my way to get away from everything around me, is like my sanctuary. So everything that happens on the outside, like, is something, it is a fine line between what goes on in your personal life and on the court, and you can't allow things in your personal life to affect your career or your basketball. So I mean, having my son, that was like, I think that was the biggest turning point in my maturity and in my growth since I've been here, because it makes you take so much more things into consideration. Not the fact that somebody else is dependent on you. Now you have no room for failure. You have no, like, that's not even an option. So you have to find some way to succeed, and whatever it takes. Excuses won't work. Sympathy won't work. At the end of the day, you have to control what you can control.
Basketball was his passion. It is his passion. You know, hopefully he'll be playing in the professional level too. And I think he enjoys, I know he enjoys going into the gym. I know he enjoys playing. He's special in that every time he goes in that gym, I think he really does appreciate the opportunity that basketball has given him. And he's smart enough to understand that. I really do. Chavaughn a special kid, a special young man. He has the foresight to know that basketball has been very good to him. At the same time, he also knows that basketball has opened up an opportunity for him, and he respects that.
I think that's what stands out in my game, is that I was so passionate about the game, and it wasn't like a business, because a lot of kids grow up with reclassing so that they could have an extra year, doing different things to beat the system so that they could have an opportunity, when none of those things were in my mind, because it was just basketball to me. And I think that's what helped me prevail.
Not just his scoring, it's a lot of other things. He's an excellent defender. And again, he was loyal to an institution and a program when there was instability in it. And I don't know how many young men would have stayed committed to our program and to our institution with all those changes. And again, not just his ability, but the substance of the young man and his commitment to something bigger than himself. And to me, Chavaughn, without question, it's not even close, is one of the all-time greats to play at Marist.
Throughout all the adversity that I have faced, Marist in the program has turned me from a boy to a man. And I say that in the light of, it's easy to quit. It's easy to run away from adversity. And one thing I told myself is that, yeah, I have other opportunities, and because of my performance, other opportunities presented itself. But it was easy to do that, and it was harder to stay and battle with my teammates and the guys who I came in with.
He's not one of those that set out to break the scoring record at Marist. He set out to win a championship. He would trade a scoring record any day for a championship, and that's what I think he means when Chavaughn says, I wish I could have given you something more. That's what he competes for. Even in passing certain former players, great players, to get this scoring record, he was never thinking about that. He was thinking about getting the next W for Marist.
When Chavaughn committed to this college, it was one of the best things he has ever done. This college has brought so much to us and to our lives, so I want to just take this opportunity to thank the whole administration, thank the whole athletic department, the entire student body. I just want to thank everyone here at Marist for the great privilege of having my son here as a student and for all that he has accomplished. And I know it's just not about him, it's with the foundation that he had, and the foundation obviously is Marist.